Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Disney Dad Canada. You can call me Mike, and I'm back with another quick Lorcana collector's video. I always say quick. It's rarely quick. It's probably somewhere in between medium and long, just like every man strives to be. So we're at August the 7th here, and there has been some really positive and favorable news on the collector side in Lorcana, and it's been coming at us in a whirlwind since Gen Con finished. So, but I think we've seen enough now that we can at least comment on it. And I think what we're starting to see now is the things that we have clamored and asked for the last. I mean, even before I really got into this, guys, I'm approaching about 9 months. Let's call it about a year or so for Ravensburger to bring in these collector initiatives, and it's really nice to see. And I think we are on the right track to where I thought we should have been all along, but maybe it's just taking other people time to realize this. But we are now starting to expand the Lorcana reach into other Disney locations, parks, you name it, and I'm thoroughly excited about it. So this one hits home close to me. I wish, no pun intended. I am certainly wishing that this comes to the Disney Wish in time for our mid-September family cruise. But at this point in time, they have released 5 promo cards up for grabs on the, what is it? It's a Stitch Collector's gift set, gives you one. It's about attending a pirate night, meeting up with to play games. It's great. Look at all these pirate themed core Fab 5 characters that they're giving out with shiny foil and a special rarity symbol. Like 10 out of 10, guys. What took you so long? Like this is it. This is what we asked for. This is the kind of stuff, the more unique. It'll be difficult for some of us to track down. Again, Disney works magic sometimes. Maybe they'll have it by the time we get on our cruise, but certainly I'll ask friends and family to keep an eye on it in the future if they're ever able to get out there. But these are great ways to reach new Disney people and non-Disney people alike that like to cruise and are interested in this kind of stuff. Maybe they have grandkids that are Pokemon adjacent. Maybe they are just a big Disney family. They never heard of Lorcana before because, quite frankly, they haven't done a very good job of publicizing it on Disney property, at least in my opinion and from what I've seen. So this is it. This is what we wanted, and I want to see more of this kind of stuff in the coming days, weeks, months, and years, hopefully, of successful Lorcana releases. But it appears to have some really cool this is the smudged. That's some cruise ship germs on it, if I've ever seen it. But look at some of the nice foiling here. Rainbow foiling reminiscent of the Stitch gift set. Foiling pattern, almost a D23 2022 style as well for those rare cards there. But this is the hot ticket. This is what all the collectors are now going to want. And who knows if there'll be a lot, a little, somewhere in between. But these kind of cards are what I thought it took to bring collectors to the next level. And I will be absolutely trying in the next year or so to acquire a set of these because I think these are the nice long. Listen, if Lorcana ever pops off and as a collector's a boon, if it ever has its Pokemon moment, if it ever has its Funko Pop moment, these ugly Labubu doll, every collectible has its day almost, and this one has all of the makings of having that pop one day. And I need a set of 5 for that for when that happens. College tuition isn't cheap. No, I kid. You shouldn't be investing in this thinking this is going to be a big moneymaker. But I think this game is played really well. I think they're finally getting off their laurel. Oh, I don't like that. Why would you keep that? Get that centered, guys. Get your act together. But no, this is what we were hoping they were cooking up. It felt like it took forever. Maybe it's Disney processes. Maybe it's bad communication. Maybe it's all of the above. Maybe it's just trial and error for people that have never done this before, like a German puzzle company that wants to be very methodical with everything. I don't know. Either way, I think they screwed up a lot, and I think they're making up for lost time with some of these announcements this week. So kudos. I love to criticize, and I think it's important to hold people accountable to a high level of Disney quality. Again, that's the key for this. This isn't just any brand. You're putting the Disney label on it. It better be aces every time. And they're starting to get it going. It's lovely to see, and I'm really, really excited about it. So Hopefully these will show up on my cruise selfishly. And then for you in the California West Coast area, you get a chance to start doing Disney Lorcana collection quests in Disney California Adventure Park, which is the secondary park to Disneyland in California. This is awesome. Starting on the 29th, so release day and while supplies last, so we'll see how limited it is. You get access, you complete this quest and you get a beautiful Belle Accomplished Mystic promo card. So A, great card being rotated. B, beautiful foiling again. Looks like some funky curvature here, probably some highlighting there. Just looks like a gorgeous card. And we got our little park logo here. Like, again, what took you so long? This is what we asked for. This is so nice, guys. Like, this is so exciting to see this level of attention. They brought in some nerds for us, like some collecting nerds. This is what we want. We want 98% of the card to be exactly the same and the 2% difference to elevate it over everything else. Like, collectors are a discerning bunch, and it felt like we got lost in the woodwork, but I'm telling you, this is the good stuff. So, and you know what? I will tone it down a little bit on this here. So we've got our new epics. We're starting to see a little bit. It's got that rainbow shine. I'm not entirely impressed by the epic cards, but perhaps that's because everything else is coming up Lorcana these days. So, I'm actually quite interested in the Alice card. I love that Goofy Moofy is in that childhood favorite. I think a lot of people are in my age bucket and feel the same about the straight to VHS movie that was released 30 some odd years ago, 30 I think actually. So this is all good. I'm still curious to see what the is this one per box? Is one per booster box? Is it two? Is it more? Is it less? So those are interesting questions, but it looks like we got some playable cards, some fun cards, reprints of Elsa and Kuzco, brand new standout, and Alice. I like what's cooking here. And of course, I'm a huge fan of this Mickey Iconic, which we got to see an up-close look of the patterning. Look at that gold pop. I am gushing Lorcana today. I have been so angry with these folks for just tripping over their shoes and not seeing the forest through the trees. All of these beautiful touches that can just make this an ultimate collector's item. Like, they've been wasting Disney, and here they are. They're coming correct. So again, kudos. This gold foiling, the beautiful gold on the name here, it's still obviously, they removed some of the borders, still obviously a steel card, but just, I love those highlighted touches. I even saw some of them. They have some special hot foil stamping, whatever they want to call it. I'm not one of these guys, but I can tell you, these are beautiful cards. I'm so excited that they took Iconic seriously, and it really does look like a magnificent, elevated piece of collector art. So great job on that. We've also got a little bit more, so we have the nice rainbow foiling here. I'm okay with these cards. Looks like a bit of raised, almost like the Legendary has it from set 5 and on, raised... what do we call it? Accessories, raised portions around it of some of the different items that come in here. This is great stuff, guys. This is really, really encouraging. I don't have a lot of criticism to this today, and I'm a little surprised that I've turned on a dime so quickly. But it's a credit to the people that list. It's a credit to Disney, Ravensburger, and anybody else for listening. Now, again, I think I think the communication on this could have been better. I think you built a lot of angst and a lot of frustration, and then your Worlds announcements were, the DLCs for next year. And then, poor ticket sales. Some things didn't even really impact me, but there was just so much negativity in the Lorcana community coming out of Worlds that it's like, can you guys not get something right? Like, I think they probably felt it too. Like, oh, nothing we can do seems to land the right way, and just everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Well, this is what I think I think this gives a lot of hope for the long term. And again, I'm not expecting to see, I don't think Fabled is going to pop off initially as some wonderful collector set that everybody's going to go and buy and rip just to get a couple of iconic cards in these things. It might be a slow percolating burn. And to collectors that are Disney engaged and want to see this succeed over the long term and want to continue to collect with their kids or learn to play the game some more and start to get out some community events, who are hoping this is going to be an exhaustive 10 plus year tenure of success for Lorcana. I think it's lining up that it will be that way. It certainly, it appears the push we asked for is finally here. And then I'm going to end on, look at this beautiful Honey Wizard card. My Winnie the Pooh's my favorite childhood character. I'm going to need this card eventually. I actually don't know if I like the art as much as the original art, but I think the enchanted look, it's very, It just gives you a different angle to it. It's very much the same, a little bit more stylized. Anyways, I'm happy. Love Pooh. This is going to be a highly sought after chase card. There's a lot of beautiful chase cards in this set, and that's wonderful. So again, like it might be a slow burn set because I think we talked about this before. The collector's market for Lorcana currently is driven often by high-end players, and high-end players are not super excited for this set because they only want the 33 new playable cards. Yes, they might want some enchanteds to fill their decks out of cards that are being rotated, are kept in through rotation. But I think for the most part, a lot of the meta defining game players and the people who really, even at the local level, that take this very seriously might take this set off from ripping because there's just not a lot in it for the player, but there is stuff in it for a collector. I like that they've downshifted rarities. I think that actually that was a saving grace. I did want to talk about that quickly. So they downshifted rarities of certain cards, legendaries to super rares to rares to uncommons. And that allowed them, I think, we had a perception we were only going to get so much quality of cards in these reprints, and it's allowed them to reprint better cards, I think, on the whole. And that's exciting because we're now going to get, in my opinion, more powerful cards like an Aerial Sonic Warrior. I don't think I have any of that card, maybe one if I'm lucky. I didn't rip a lot of Ursula's Return, but I like that has become a more playable card in Steel decks recently. I like that it's now rare. So in me opening my case of 96 packs of 4 sealed booster boxes of Fabled that I have pre-ordered, I should be able to, odds being what they are, and might have to trade for one, but I should be able to get a play set of those. And that would have been a lot more difficult in the super rare slot. I know that you're supposed to get 4 super rares or so of each card in a case, but I haven't always found that to be the case. So I think that's a misnomer. That might be an average, but I've noticed lots of them where I'll open up, I'll get 6 copies of one copy of the other. I mean, that I realize that is what it is. It's the randomization of it. But we got a chance to get caught up. I'll leave you with this. So I joined in Shimmering Skies. I think I've been collecting this very hard for 9 months, and I'm supremely invested in this game. I follow the Discord. I talk about it a lot on here. I take time out of my day to talk about what has become my #1 hobby. So and is playing and collecting Lorcana. Everything is now starting to feel right, and I'm just super excited for players like me that came in a little bit late last year or so, and now we have access likely to a lot of cards that we didn't feel comfortable paying for because the first chapter singles prices have always been astronomical, and some of those very, very meta-defining playable cards have been they've been out of our reach. We didn't want to pay it because we knew we weren't quite good enough and we were learning this game, and we didn't feel comfortable for a play set of 4 costing $50 a pop for the best cards. We are going to be in much better shape going forward. Yes, you're going to have to still go get your Maui Sharks. Yes, you're going to have to get your Tamatoas. If you haven't gotten your Clarabelles, what are you waiting on? But all of that stuff being what it is, we are now at a point where the playing field becomes a little bit richer for us, and the people who will hang on and love this as a competitive card game, and they say that the quality of the game itself, the actual gameplay, is top tier, and that's why they choose to stay here, perhaps maybe even more than the IP. It's going to be a beautiful confluence of everybody getting something, and I'm hopeful that, through the fall and into the winter, we got Whispers of the Well, we got Winter Spell. My kids are so excited for Stitch's cousins, Angel, and hopefully Ruben and all them to come in with Winter Spell there in the first quarter of 2026, and then obviously on to Pixar and Toy Story and all that, leading it through the spring and summer of next year. The hype train is now building, and now I start to feel confident that, yes, this will not be the year of competitive Lorcana. This will be the year of collectors Lorcana. And for me, that's what I want to see. And I think it will help to get the word out a little bit more that, hey, there's a great card game here. It was way expensive and inaccessible because of scalpers 2 years ago. Now it's hot to trot. Now it's the place to be. Now it's the priced reasonably, affordably, accessibly, holistic family fun that you've been looking for former Magic players and Pokemon people that just can't be in that realm. They'd rather be here in Disney with your family. We got you. We're ready. Plus, we're gonna scratch the collector's itch for you too. So great things, guys. I'm super excited. This is Positive Mike. This could be the most positive ever. I could come on here and completely slam it post-rotation, but I don't see myself doing a lot of extra videos right now. The kids' baseball is wrapping up. We are trying to see through the end of our summer. I got my wedding anniversary coming up very soon, so I'm probably going to relax. I just wanted to get this out here. I wanted to talk about the exciting things that are happening in Lorcana Collectorville and how we can all benefit from the future. So tell your neighbors, tell your friends. It's time to hop on the train. Until next time, guys, please follow me on Instagram. If you made it this far, you like talking the way I do and listening to it. So reach out to me anytime. Disney Dad Canada on Instagram is probably the best place to reach me. You can always comment on the videos here. Feel free to share it with your friends. If you're looking for places to talk about collecting, send me a message. I'll send you some of the Discord groups that I'm in. I think they're great places for collectors and players alike. So until next time, God bless, take care, all the best, and we'll see you soon.